Mel with One Woman and Two Acres and the Cockeyed Cottage. Believe me, it is. Some of y'all were interested in how I did my meat sauce for spaghetti, for chili, for basically everything that's wonderful and perfect in the world. I love it. So I am going to go through it with you. It's pretty easy. Now, I don't know how much of what, everybody has their own. I like to start with a pound of meat. I like to start with 2 pounds of meat. Well, I tell you what, I don't know. I think it was like 1.5 pounds of hamburger, and it's also one of these rolls of sausage, and I always use the hot because that's the one that has the flavor. And once you cook it, a lot of that hot heat is gone, and it comes out wonderfully. So, like I said, I use mine. I do like 1.5 pounds-ish of ground beef and one of these rolls of sausage, hot. Now, of course, you have to have onion in everything. If you don't like onion, don't use it. Good heavenly days. I mean, heck, if you don't like some of this stuff, use what you got. Use what you like. Use everything. Well, don't use your kitchen sink. That would be bad. Oh, I gotta have me more of that. So let's mush some of this up. Give them a chop. Once you have all that chopped, get your garlic. Because as most of us know, if you have a problem with, I don't know, gas and not feeling good after eating things like chili and spaghetti and stuff, there's not enough garlic in it. Fresh, wonderful garlic. So, wait a minute, get some of that off. Get some of this off of here. Come on. I don't know why I do that. Now, give it a smash. Dice it up. Once it's done there, give it a squish, put it over there. Now, let's get the skin off this. There you go. Get that under there and smash it good. Dice it up really nicely. I mean really nicely. As a matter of fact, squish it in between the board and the knife. Let all those wonderful juices through. That was actually a pretty good piece. So, now that the meat is done, we can put this in it. Okay, when you go to drain the meat, always put on your hot water. Lots of fat in it, so it was really, it's gonna be good. Really good. This in here. Okay. There. And that gets the onion, the garlic, the ground beef, and the sausage cooking happily. We'll let the onion cook a little bit, and then we'll continue. In the meantime, I smell like garlic. You can wash your hands and wash your hands. No. Stainless steel sink, rub it against the sides, rub it against the sides, it's gone. If you have a stainless steel sink, use it to your advantage. If you have garlicky hands, rub them against that stainless steel sink. You will no longer smell like garlic. But it worked for skunk. Now all I have is this canned tomato sauce, and I pour it in here like that. I'll put that in the sink. And I give it a squish. Now, if it isn't enough for you and you need more, put more in. But I do suggest, if you think, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, cook it down some. And then if it's not enough, put it in. Because a lot of times when you're cooking, it gets more moisture comes up, and yeah, then you'll have it too soupy. Yeah. Now the next ingredients to go into this stuff is, I don't know what that is, about, I guess, a teaspoon of black pepper, and I always use basil, usually about another teaspoon of that ish, you know, have fun with it. And then oregano, I use 2 teaspoons of it at least. And then cayenne pepper, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay. If you want more, put more in. If you want less, put less in. In the meantime, we're going to let all of this simmer together. And because I can, I put it on my wood stove. And notice I've got this down here because it was not simmering, it was cooking. So I want it to simmer. So I put it on some little gizmo that I have. And I'm going to let this, I'm going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes or so. Close enough. Now, after letting it simmer for a while, probably about 15 minutes. Oh, good, I left myself one. I put in one of the small cans of mushrooms because I think mushrooms go with everything except lemon icebox pie. But after anything with mushroom in it, that is still a wonderful dessert. Okay. That has been simmering for about 45 minutes. And I enjoyed every minute of it because I got to fool around. But now is your crucial time. Is to figure out whether you want spaghetti sauce or you want chili. If you want both, split it in half, go from there. Now, what you have is chili powder. Now, I want to make my own next year because this is not as good and it doesn't keep. But you use a lot of it. Like, oops. I guess 3 or 4 tablespoons, you know, whatever is okay for you. I mean, it depends. If you make it yourself, then it is probably better and stronger than this. If not, just stir it in, check it for taste. If it's not enough, put more in. But if you do it a little at a time, you'll know, you know, if it's right or not. Whatever. Oh. That's good. Now everybody feels differently about chili. Everybody and their brother has a brand new recipe for it, or an ancient one. But if you use kidney beans, then the last 20 minutes of the simmering, throw those in, heat them up, or let them heat up throughout the whole thing. That way the beans won't kill you. Make sure they pop. That's all. Just make sure they pop. If you want more or less chili powder, go for it. If you made your own, I gotta grow me some so I can make, chili powder of my own, and I can make cayenne pepper of my own, because I use that. But also, have it with a little cornbread and go for it. So I'm gonna go for it. And if you don't like mushrooms, don't put them in. The usual. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. I love it. Now you notice I did not put salt in this. Usually the oregano and everything else does the salting for me. If there's not enough salt for you, now's the time. Put a little salt on it, stir it in, boom, it's perfect. Oh, wonderful. A nice warm cornbread, slather it in butter, and you too can enjoy with meat sauce that can become chili or spaghetti sauce or just something to throw over pasta, whatever. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. This has been Mel with One Woman and Two Acres. Y'all have a blessed day.